Let's go. Let's go get some water. Uh yeah, the pre-market stream is the music. The pre-stream music is nice. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Wakey wakey. I know, right? Yeah, this morning has been okay, right? We've had some nice cannabis names. Nothing crazy though, you know? Nothing explosive, which is kind of annoying, you know? Last Friday was fire, so hopefully this Friday is fire. But last Friday we had to wait till the market closed. It was like the very end of the day, and then everything was like, oh my goodness, these are explosions. So let's see. See if the same thing happens today. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Mm, Happy Friday. Yeah, all these cannabis names are kind of selling off now too. Wheeler isn't a cannabis name; it's just one of those names. But the other ones seem to be looking super sus. So we'll see. I think today's going to be one of those days, honestly, where like we're having to wait for the market to open and then make decisions. What do I think of YCBD? We've been watching this all morning. There's been a lot of resistance at $1.35 ish. Right, like this level, a lot of people have been selling at this level because it just keeps failing there and failing and failing and failing. So there's really not a whole lot to think about, other than there's resistance. So at this point, with the markets opening in 13 minutes, you're just gonna have to wait if you're not in it, right? Unless we're sitting at the 200 EMA and consolidating, maybe. But if not, yeah, just kind of sit back and wait. Yeah, that was the other one. That's been alerting on the scanner there. KPLT catapult. Yeah, not bad at all, huh? Right. Again, like nothing crazy though. We're testing resistance. Right. Obviously close to $10 is where you'd like to have that resistance, but it seems like there's a nice supply zone at 950. So it looks good. It looks really good. You're just at resistance now, so just be mindful. 950. Good morning. Okay, that was a good entry. RM, good, really good entry on your position there for KPLT. Yeah, 859. Nice. Uh, yeah. Tonight I'll just there it goes. That thing said hello. I'm gonna cook now. That's a pretty nice pop actually. Shish. KPLT said bye bye. 66%. Yeah, maybe this is a good thing though, so we're not completely reliant on like cannabis stocks. Because I think for the most part everybody's watching these cannabis stocks. Yeah, maybe something else can show up. Yeah. Also, that the price action is in the name. They call it catapult for a reason. KPLT, KPLT. Uh, mm, yeah. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, yeah. but AKAN didn't even the float's lower. Yeah, that's just DP. That's just how the market works, though. Um, You know what I mean? Like it's not always the lowest float that performs, right? Like yesterday we were looking at some of the lower float stocks in the market, and I think what's the other one? There was a stock that was 160,000 shares, right? They're like, okay, well, all these 900,000 share stocks are running, right? How come this 160 isn't running? Because it doesn't work like that, right? People go where the volume is at, right? So when that volume kicks in, people go there first. So YBD was moving. This one had a bit more hype. Also, this one has a history of some really nice runs, right? People always remember that stuff. Like YCBD had a really good run last time, whereas a can is a usual pump and dump. Like a can will screw you so many times. Like if you go back in history and you look at the runs, every time cannabis runs, a can is the first one that people look at. But it's done so many pump and dumps that as time goes on, people just get annoyed, right? It still did well though, right? So yeah, YCBD did almost 100%, right? A can is like 50%, so half of that, but still, right? Still a good run, and it might still run again today. Who knows? Um, we'll see. You know, if we had actual news, like actual news, I think if like an actual headline, not just a rumor that this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, maybe then these stocks would have taken off more aggressively, right? And then the low float ones would really benefit. But yeah, and also sometimes when a stock is cheap, like a dollar, people don't really. Yeah, when it's 50 cents a dollar, the float it like is less of an impact, right? When your stock is like $5, $10, $20, the float plays a huge role. When it's $1, it's like mm, not that big of a deal, you know. Okay, so it looks like we're feeling at this $10 resistance ish for now for KPLT. So we'll see if and when the market opens. When the market opens, see what it does. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, William. Did you finally connect in Discord? Are you good to go? Good to go. Ski scoo ski scoo. No, 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 no. Yeah, I think today's one of those days, honestly, where we're gonna, we wait for the market to open. We take our time before we make decisions today. Because yeah, those cannabis plays were nice last night and this morning when the headline came out. Um, with Trump potentially doing whatever. But again, I'm not sure if that will translate into the open. We might just go back to yesterday's name. I think that's why when Beat showed up, it was interesting, right? Not UGRO. UGRO is another cannabis name. It just hasn't had the volume. SHFS is a cannabis banking plane, right? That's where they take their monies to. But yeah, it really hasn't done anything crazy. It's been stalling at this resistance on morning 185, so it's gonna need to break out. And then TLRY is not bad, but also stalled at 1175, so it needs to break above that level. Dawn Fortune. Good morning. Good morning, Missy. Jax, William, KB. Yeah, I missed a whole bunch of you, so good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hopefully, we get a nice, crazy Friday. Hopefully, a nice, crazy Friday. Yeah. Should we be watching pets at all today? The answer to that question is going to be no for now. I'll take a look really quickly, though. Right, so again, beats looks interesting, doesn't it? Right, like people seem to be gravitating towards this already, because that thing's been pumping every single day. The high yesterday was 282, right? So it's not that far away from that high. So that's why we want to keep an eye on it. In terms of pets, though, pets is a different story. Um, I think the only way I would watch Pets today is if Pets can reclaim $3.10. Alrighty. So if you do want to take a gamble though, like your gamble is gonna have to be as close to 290 as possible and with a stop loss right below, right? Like 290 gamble, stop loss 285 or something like that. You're risking 5 cents. If not, if you're like really waiting for this thing to look like it's behaving, it's gonna need to go from red to green. Like get back above 310. already, and stay above that level before it's of any interest. Just a question, right? What's your favorite stock going into the open? What is your favorite stock going into the open? ECDA with another pop here. They had a bit of a headline again. There's nothing crazy going on there. It's 15%, right? So nothing crazy on ECDA. And then you can see that high from yesterday. So this level is going to be important for a breakout, and maybe the volume kicks in. ECDA. Let's see. YCBD. Yeah. We shop and KPLT. Sounds good. Uh, yeah, RM. That was a really good scalp. Very, very good scalp. Yeah. So see that thing can break out. If not, meh. And then yeah, KPLT again. That $10 is going to be an issue. It's basically coming back to retest 950 for now, which was the first spot they broke out from the supply zone. YCBD again, like I said, watch the 200 EMA going into the open. There's a nice downtrend forming on this thing too, right? So it's going to need to break above that downtrend. I would expect that it breaks above that at the open. Um, I say 3 minutes. Well, now 3 minutes to go before the market opens. Any guidance on today? SM. SM. What is SM? SMX. I see. Shane, that's your favorite scalp now, isn't it? Your favorite scalp. I'll just drop some lines here for you though. Right. So that 50 EMA, you see the orange yellow looking line. It seems to have done a really good job holding that all day yesterday. Right. So I don't like how we're in a supply zone. Let me look at the 30-minute chart. Yeah, kind of the same. Right. We're at a really important level there. And so you've hit a double top from yesterday and this morning. So that's a problem. I like the 15-minute chart a bit more though, because you can actually look at scalpable levels. Right. So your first level is going to be this 230 here. See if it can stay above that level in a wee shop. Alrighty. If that level doesn't hold, if 230 doesn't hold, then you might be looking for. There's a bit of a demand zone at 220, but really you're probably looking for as close to 200 as possible if that level doesn't hold. Alrighty, and then the breakout spot obviously is going to be right there, right? Like 258 ish, 260, right? Same high from yesterday, same high from this morning. So those are going to be your main levels here at the into the open. Shane. Alrighty. Okay, let's see. You're welcome, Shane. It's testing that 230 now, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see if it stays above that. I think we had ECD on here initially. Yeah, it just failed at the double top, right? So there's nothing to see on ECDA yet unless it breaks out. 50 seconds, guys, and we're ready for open, ready for chaos, ready for business. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Again, it's Friday. We've had a good week, so be patient, alrighty? Don't ruin your week on a Friday morning, please. Alrighty, so YCBD will most likely be the favorite name for now, right? YCBD. That downtrend is going to be important, so we need to get back above 122. If not, come back and retest as close to 110 as possible for the bottom. There you go, Alex. See, there you go. Right, good, well done. Yeah, yeah, I like it. Good job. So some of those, there's gonna be a bad day every so often, but you keep it small and then you come back on a day like this, right? So good job. But yeah, so YCBD will most likely be the favorite name going into the open. AKAN is another one, right? So like VP mentioned earlier, this one has a pretty low float, and it has a nice demand zone, right around the so a nice demand zone at the bottom there. So let's see if we stay above that. Alrighty. My only concern with these cannabis names, will be like, do they have enough volume to keep pushing at the open? We'll see. Alrighty, but for now, these have been the main plays coming into the open, and then KPLT got rejected at $10. Right. So again, like I said, these pink lines you see at the top there, the red-looking pink line, these lines were lines that I used in 2020. So you could tell that this level was a problem in 2020. Well, it's back to haunting the stock, right? So resistance. That's more of a psychological level, but same, right? So we'll see. Cool. So like I said, be patient on a Friday, please. Let's see if YCBD can close above the downtrend line and then start pushing back towards $1.30. KPLT is halted down. Surprise, right? So, man, you can see the resistance and you can see the drop, right? So, nobody really should be in that stock at the open here. AKAN is like, hey guys, even my low float is gonna come through now. Maybe my low float is gonna come through. So, again, AKAN and YCBD, kind of the same thing, right? Let's see. This is that initial candle at the open though, so not always the most trusted candle. So we'll give these names a little bit of time here to behave. To behave. TLRY had a nice little pop there, but then again, that's the first candle at the open, so you can't really trust that candle, right? And this is why we say this every morning, because look at the size of the candle, pop and then slap, right? So like these candles at the open are nice if you're in the stock, not so nice if you're trying to FOMO, because you could get yourself in some really deep doo doo. YCBD is really trying here. Really trying. And guess what's pumping again, guys? Of course, beats. Does that thing ever go away? Does it ever go away? Where have I had it? Somewhere. There it is on the left hand side, right? Like, does that thing ever go away? Nope. Brand new highs. Crazy, huh? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Again, the high from yesterday was 280, so we're 10 cents away from that level. 10 cents away. You could have been scalping this thing the entire week. You would have done really well. So again, the only concern is that the market just opened and you're getting some really nice candles, but it looks really good though. Beats, 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 beats. YCBD guys slowly creeping up, right? So broke the downtrend, slowly creeping up above the 200 EMA. Let's see if that thing can keep slowly creeping up, slowly, super slowly. But at least it's moving in the right direction for now. At least. ECD is looking okay though. I think it's slowly pushing above that breakout spot. The question is, will that candle actually close above? Because if it doesn't close, then it doesn't really count as a breakout. The spread is still a bit suspicious too. Like the ask is above 35 and the bid is at 33. So there's a 2 cent spread there, which is kind of annoying. So we shall see. We shall see if they can find a way to close above that 34.50. BT is dropping, like the beat dropping, meaning it's a good thing. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, you're in a supply zone there. YCBD is slowly again. It's like 1 penny at a time. This is why pre-market is nicest sometimes, because the float doesn't really matter. Once the market opens, the float really plays a role. All right, you can see like AKAN is a bit more erratic because the float is super low. It's 700,000 shares, right? And then YCBD is 8 million basically. So super slow. I mean, 8 million shouldn't be an issue, but yeah. But this one has the better price action though, right? Even though it's slow, you can manage slow candles. The crazy candles are a bit annoying, a little bit annoying, and Beats is just wanting to break out again. 271. And then KPLT is still halted down, so we'll see. No, 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 no. It's doing it again. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the micro penny stocks, nurse, but yeah, that thing keeps giving some little scalpies, little scalpies, and it looks like TLRY came back down to 1145, and it's curling back up again. But again, like look at all these cannabis names, right? Like this was my concern coming into the open is that there's no real news on these names, so then you can't really trust the move a whole lot, right? I think that's why YCBD is the better one because it's slower, easier to make decisions, and the price action looks better. But yeah, the other ones are just super super sus, super super sus. ECD is really trying to go, isn't it? Really trying to go. KPLT is unhalted and still dropping, right? So testing $8 here. 200 EMA, 780 to $8. A little bit of support there. Yeah, I know someone that likes to shop. You know, the name starts with the T is going to be watching that level. But yeah, so again, 780 to $8. Let's see if it consolidates at that level and holds. YCBD said rejection, right? Rejection. So again, can't really trust these names yet. Can't really trust these names yet. Why? Because we haven't had enough time at the open. Haven't had enough time at the open, and also the headline is just a rumor, right? So be very careful, please. Be very careful. So your next support, like we mentioned earlier, is going to be closer to $1.10, right? So closer to the 200 EMA there for YCBD. So let's see if we stay above that, righty. And I mean, if you look at it, we basically failed right below resistance. MIGI, yeah, take a look. It's halted up now too. Halted up. Beat is failing at that resistance. Not a massive surprise, especially when it's stalling up there like that, right? And then MIGI again. These guys, this stock was on fire last night, right? This was amazing. And then they dropped an offering, and the stock said, "Thanks for coming." Right. So then they slapped it all the way down from $15 to $4, and now it's creeping up again. So yeah. Account up 7% today. Good enough. Good for the day. Good enough for the day. Yeah, I like it. Well done, D. Well done. That's a good day. So you're shutting it down? Might as well, huh? YCBD is testing that $1.10 and holding the $1.10. That's your support. That's your double bottom. That's your demand zone. So let's hope it stays above that level and then bounces. AKAN is testing the exact same spot too, right? 200 EMA test and Missy and trying to hold. Right. In this case, it's a little bit lower than $1.10, right? So you're a little bit lower right there. So more like 106, but kind of the same chart, right? For YCBD and AKAN. Yeah, and then this one's halted. ECDA was still failing at that double top, so there's really not a big surprise there. You clearly at resistance. So until that candle closes above that level, it's not quite ready for anything, right? And not a fan of the spread there, but so it's gonna need to show better price action. Miami 305. Yeah, no, for now, if you're looking at any of these names, they're most of a really quick scalpies because none of them look like the play for the day. Right? None of these stocks look like, okay, this is the one. So YCBD came back down to $1.10. That could have been a potential play there, right? Because we're retesting the green zone and the double bottom. So again, $1.10 would have been a nice spot for YCBD. And I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys most likely jumped in there. CM, criminal. So let's see if it stays above that level. Right? And then MIGI is halted up. See what happens when this thing gets unhalted. And then a whole bunch of other random stocks that still have work to do. Is this one halted again? No, it's just super slow. Still playing with $8 here. Playing with the $8. Still falling. It went from to 80 cents OCG. Yep. This is why you don't want to be, diamond handing these plays because if something goes wrong, not good, not good at all. Mm. Because no stop losses, a few dips that were too sweet to pass. Yeah, no good. Good, good, good. Yeah, it looks like YCBD is back to retesting $1.10 again. Back to retesting $1.10 again. And it's holding $1.10 again for now. And so there's some dip buying going on there at $1.10. It needs to bounce though, because if it doesn't, that thing will eventually break below that level. ZDGE is doing okay, isn't it? ZDGE. Yeah. I think the reason why this one looks a bit more skeptical, it's just the volume that's on the candles there. But it's flying. If you hide the last few candles, you can see like that. These candles look super sus. Right? It's just recently those candles took over. Other than that, yeah, the volume is still light. Looks good though. ZDGE. You could tell by the way that the stock skips to that like it's a bit scary. Oh, that's a bit scary. Beats is curling there too, which isn't horrible. So basically retesting the 250 level and then bouncing back up. YCBD is still stuck at $1.10, so the volume just isn't coming in for the curl. And then unhalted for MIGI, bit of a pop and then back down. Again, I'm not a fan of like any of these names yet. Usually we know like we're like, hey, this is these are yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of them yet, right? So the only name that I like what YCBD is doing because it's holding that 110, right? So that's still closer to the top of the list, right? What is it? Yeah. So see, like we're still holding that bottom range, right? If you're in YCBD, type yes in the chat. If you're holding YCBD, type yes in the chat. So I think for most of you, um, right, that's gonna be a name to pay attention to as well. It would be nice if we could curl back up there, though. Yeah, see, most of you are looking at this one because this was the play in pre-market too, right? My only concern with this one is like the follow through. Like, where's the volume, right? The 110 level is nice, right? The 110 level is not bad at all. Like, we're trying to hold that level, but where's the boom skis? Where's the push? Bye, Ross. Raven. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. You better not be in YCBD at 131 because that's a horrible entry. Right? Find a stop loss though, please and thank you. Yeah. And then beat just has a history of doing well, like this thing's done well every single day this week so far. So there's little scalpies there, so that's not bad, right? KPLT is still looking at that $788 level, so trying to hold. ZH, yeah, that thing looked a bit. It just looked a bit suspicious. Um, yeah, just looked a bit suspicious at the top there. ECDA just has social media hype, right? But it hasn't broken out yet, so I think has work to do. Yeah. D, I know, right? Come on now. Come on, YCBD. Give us like 110 is okay, right? Like 110 is okay. You can see that it's trying to bounce. Like 115, 116, 115, 116, right? Like it is really fighting to go. But where's the maybe we do need that less than 1 million share float. That's the only time they move. They move now. Everybody looks though like 7 million, 8 million. Oof, that's too much. That's too much. That float is too big. uh, After it flew, no, 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 no. It was showing that no, no, no. Was that a good time to get in? Oh, here we go. 120, guys. Come on now, YCBD. Save us. Save us. Save us. Save us from the slowness. So again, I mean, if you got in at 110, right, you're slightly green. Nothing crazy, but nothing is crazy this morning, right? So let's see if it can break above $1.20 there and give us some nice vibes. That would be nice. You know, um, that would be nice. And some people are going to be taking the gains very quickly, like every 10 cents, because it's super slow. And we're testing the view app there, so that level is going to be interesting, right? The view app is right there, the 50 is right there, so it would be nice if it broke above both that level. Yeah, look at that, right? So that level is going to be very concerning. So I think this is why you're going to have people selling, selling, selling because of the slowness. MIGI dipped, yeah, dipped to retesting the 200 EMA. Zedge is still kind of failing at the same spot, so $4.30, which isn't bad, but again, it's resistance, right? So that level is going to be a problem. That level is going to be a problem. Yeah. Mm-mm. uh, yeah. Okay. So you got in at 131, right? So I'm just trying to look here. Yeah. I mean, I think what you did was the candle spiked to 140. Yeah. So the candle spiked to 143 and then dropped, right? My only concern with that position that you took is, as much as there was a spike there, that entire area, just it was a problem on the, like, if you look left, right? If you look left, so let me hide the candle that you got in at. If you look at that entire area that you got in at, that level was a problem, right? So you basically bought right in this area, right? Like I wouldn't say that you should feel dumb though. That's okay, right? Because it looked like it wanted to break out, right? That, like, it really wanted to go. Because the multiple times when you got into that position that you were green, right? You were green in that position. So to me, that's not the problem, right? You want to make sure that when you get in a position like that, you have a plan, somewhat of a plan, right? Like a way to manage that position. You're not that red, and you're down 10 cents, right? So you're down 10 cents, not that big of a deal, right? You should be okay. We're holding support. We're trying to get a double bottom here, so it's trying, like it's really trying, right? So there goes 121. Right, so that 110 level we were looking at has become a nice base. We need to follow through though. We need the boom skis, right? We need the boom skis. This is another thing with trading, like you can make the right decision. If you bought at 110, you made the right decision. Why did you make the right decision? Because we have the demand zone there, we have a double bottom there, we have the 200 EMA there, we have so many things that are good at that spot, right? But we can never predict the future. Like, are we going to get the boom skis? We don't know. We just make the best decision possible, and it's looking like it's a good decision, right? That's it. That's literally it. You make the best decision with the information you have, and then you move on, you know then you move on, right? That's it. Again, if you made that decision, you made the right decision. Some of you guys are selling, right, which is fine. Yeah, good job. Yeah. Good job. See, a lot of you guys took that 110, right? Why? Because it was a good spot. you know if you're still holding YCBD, type yes in the chat. Let's go. Again, this is why we trade together. This is why we stream. This is why we because a lot of people got in at 110 when that wasn't the intention, right? So, but just because we see a good double bottom, we're like, hey, let's take that, right? And it's consolidating. So that was nice. Here comes 127, guys. So we're looking nice. There you go, Jay. Congratulations. There's nothing wrong with that. Faith in YCBD. Yeah, YCBD was the only thing that looked promising, right? Compared to the all the other names, YCBD was the only thing that looked like, hey, maybe we get something out of that. KPLT is still holding that 200 EMA, which is fine. Beat that's just resistance, right? The red zone. So you're right in the red zone. AKAN is also holding the 200 EMA, so it's probably just following YCBD at this point, right? ECDM, nothing there yet. Maybe at some point because it's holding up really well. Zedge has been dipping and trying. So maybe eventually it wants to. It looks like it wants to go, uh, but it's actually going to need to break out though. Right. So if you look to the left hand side, guys, you can see that you're testing that double top. So if you're wondering why people are selling positions for YCBD, it's because they look left. They're like, oh yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. You look left, you're like, yeah, this is nice. I'll take a 10%, on a Friday. I'll take it. But hopefully it's a high low and then a breakout, you know? So we can say Jason sold, go boomskis. Jason sold, go boomskis. But no, again, that's a good exit, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Mm-mm-mm. There you go, Aria. There you go. Yeah, more cookies, more cookies. I like it. Yeah, no, again, $1.10 was a good spot, right? Um, just wish it had more volume so we could actually be pushing for like a you know right. You can see why people sell though, right, guys? So again, this is another thing, right? Trading is one of those things that you have to adapt, right? Because you can be in a position and you're like, okay, I'm in a position, I got in at 110, right? I really would like to see $2. Obviously, we would all like to see $2, but guess what? We're stalling. So you know what? Like in the interest of me being a good trader, I see that there's resistance right there. There's a double top. There's a red zone. You know what? Let me take those gains, right? It's making decisions like in the as you're in the chaos, you're making decisions, right? And again, you make the best decision with the information you have and you live with it, right? So it's hauled down now. Jason, you ruined it. Yeah, so they slapped it down again. This is why it's important to take those gains and or move your stop loss up, right? Should anybody still be in this stock? No, you shouldn't be, right? If you got in at 110 and we're sitting at resistance, you should be scaling out or you should move your stop loss up. It's just that simple, right? Exactly. That's why we sold. Congratulations. Yeah, exactly. Right? Exactly. And that decision is always going to be up to you, right? That decision is always going to be up to you. But again, when you're sitting at the double top, right? You don't have to sell the position. A lot of you guys sold. If you sold YCBD already, type yes in the chat. If you sold YCBD, type yes in the chat. Watch these criminals, right? A lot of people took the gains, right? A lot of people took the monies. What is a double top? The double top is just a level that if you look to the left hand side, you failed there in the past, so there's a good chance it's gonna fail there again. Yeah, there you go. Tiffany, very nice. That's a nice cup. Yeah, see, a lot of you guys took profits, right? A lot of people are taking profits. And if you guys are taking profits, a lot of people other places are taking profits as well, right? Because maybe those people can reach charts too. Yeah, look at that, right? So 110 to 121, beautiful, right? It is trying to curl. Yeah. So again, that $8 780 is trying. So again, if you're wondering what a double top is, a double top is simply just a level that we failed at in the past, right? So if you look at early this morning star, we failed right there, right? So when we get there again, people are gonna anticipate that there's a good chance it's gonna fail there and they're gonna sell it, right? You notice how double tops are more common than anything else, right? Like double tops are very common. That's because we keep failing at double tops, right? You don't hear triple tops all that often, right? We do get triple tops and other things, obviously, but there's a reason why double tops are really common because people like to sell at double tops. There's a reason why double bottoms are very common because people like to buy double bottoms, right? You don't hear triple bottoms all the time. We get them, but you don't hear them all the time. So again, that's a double bottom and that's a double top. to make up for the loss of your small account. Let's go, Jason. I like it. I like it. I think I missed a question. You're still in there? Yeah. See again. You shouldn't be in there. The reason I say that is because when you're in a position like that and you're at resistance, you don't have to sell, right? You definitely don't have to sell the position, but you have to put a stop loss, right? So hopefully we do on halts and we can turn back around. But again, when you're in the position and you're like, damn, this is resistance, I can see it. It's a red zone. Like I've said multiple times, when you see these red zones on my screen, they're not just here to look fancy, right? They're here to remind you of like potential problems. So when you add resistance, you definitely don't have to sell because resistance is meant to be broken, right? Support is meant to be broken. So when we add resistance, you hope that it breaks, but you know you're in a dangerous spot, so then you move your stop loss, right? So at the very least, break even. You're like, you know what? At least I'm not gonna take a loss, right? Yeah, not setting a stop loss. Well, you need to start doing it, righty? Part of the discipline of trading, right? AKAN is still holding up well though. Like AKAN is like, hey guys, I'm still here. I'm still holding the 200. Moved very 22 cents up. Yeah, Jason. So we'll see what happens when the other one gets unhalted, guys. MIGI is holding the 200 EMA as well. Zedge again. Zedge just you can see the same thing, right? It's a double top, right? This is why double tops are very common because everything kind of follows, right? This thing kept failing at 430 and then dipped and then back to the same top and then slap, right? Surprise! No, it's another double top, right? So $4.30 to 370. So there's a reason why we pay attention to those double tops, you know, you know. No, no, no. Alex, do you have a question for Rivian? Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah. Did you SK? Did you buy high? Yeah, hold people. He shouldn't have hyped you to buy in late. I mean, I'm pretty sure we maybe Pyro we mentioned a different level, but yeah, there goes the bounce. We're back above $1.10. Aria, you're a criminal. At the end of this, you're gonna end up in jail. So YBD is unhalted and it's back above that $1.10. I think this is bouncing because SK is talking trash. That's it. Yeah. Suspended? No, it's unhalted. So if you're still in your position, technically you're still okay, right? You're back to 120 actually, right? But again, like stuff like that, though, is dangerous, right? We're actually back to 121, right? So you're basically testing that same resistance, giving you a second chance. No, it's Yogi's fault. Yeah, right. So we're basically testing that resistance and giving you a second chance there, right? So you can either you take the profits at resistance, right? That pop there, that was all for SK. Yeah, there you go, nightmare. So technically, we're still in that range. Yeah, technically, we're still in that range. Mm. How's Beat? Do you have a position in Beat? Beat doesn't look good at all, other than the fact that it's holding the 200 EMA. Yeah, it's odd. Yeah. Do you guys see why we don't talk about like entries a whole lot on stream? Pyro, do you see why? Pyro understands, but do you guys see why we don't talk about entries a lot on stream? Because there's always an idiot around the corner. Because we can say, hey, 110, 110, 110, and the stock pops to 127, right? And then someone will still tell you, like, hey, yeah. So I'm really not interested in drama. Plus, I really don't care. I mean, I want people to make monies, but not by telling them to buy, though. You make that decision. Yeah. RYM facts? Yes, of course. What's your position? I'll take a look. RYM. What's your position in this one? That's a nice pop. Is that a SPAC? It kind of fits the theme of like the crazy crackhead stocks. Not a whole lot of volume, right? I think that's why we really haven't looked at this one. The volume is 14,000, 15,000, right? For a candle like that, to go up 84% on 14,000 shares. I get that it's an expensive stock, but it's also a dangerous stock. You're not in it yet. Yeah, it's halted up, so it's gonna be you're gonna have to wait for the on halt and then see what it looks like. Tiffany, exactly, exactly, Pyro. Right. So again, YCBD is still looking good as long as it stays above that $10. Right. $10 is the only level that we've liked for potential entry. Right. So it needs to stay above that level. It would have been nice if we broke out. Would have been nice. Do, 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 do. So slow. CGC, yeah, another cannabis name. Yeah. Without moving. Yeah, like it's the volume is so low. So low on this one. If you buy the wrong time, you could really get yourself in trouble. AOB, let's go. Yeah. BBGI is halted up. It kind of feels like people are moving back to some of those old names. I think the annoying thing for YCBD is it's gonna be that like it's still holding above a level that you should still be watching, right? So then, but it's so slow, but you should still be watching it. AKAN is doing a good job though, like just holding the 200 EMA. Another one in the same boat, right? Super annoying, so slow. But we have to keep paying attention to those names though. So yeah, NCI is hitting highs, and then BBGI is halted up again. Like look at the way these candles are moving, right? Like this is as nice as this looks. Like it's two green candles, you know. It's only a matter of time before you buy one green candle and then it's all the way back down, right? So as nice as that look, as nice as it looks, it's not the most amazing price action. And then BBGI is halting up, but like look at the price action on this rubbish, right? So 620 is holding nicely, demand zone, nice bounce, but right, super interesting. KPOT is super slow too, super slow. JZ, JZ, yeah, it's trying. That thing has a low flow too, doesn't it? Most likely, it doesn't show up here, but most likely a low flow DP. Yeah, this is another one of those ones that you need a breakout. Like definitely need a breakout for the volume to come in. Right? Definitely. Had a good pre-market though. Yeah, that was a really good pre-market on this. Almost $12. Yeah, so a breakout after the open would potentially be nice. Testing my new trading strategy last couple of weeks for going into a new year. So far, so good. Looking forward to a new year. Let's go, D. Well done. Yeah, you had a good year. 500,000? Yeah, that's not bad at all. Just needs to break out. Right? Get people excited. Yeah. Why does your wife hate you, D? My wife hates me. It feels like everybody's wife hates them. Because you guys are causing problems. D, what did you do? D was supposed to do the dishes. You know what he was doing instead? Trading stocks. My wife doesn't exist. Ah, get your wives to start trading. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, both of these stocks are just very slow. Quick scalps and done. This one's still halted. He must be a stubborn man, probably. You know, when yeah, yeah, D's here, so we might as well blame him. We can't blame his wife. His wife isn't here. Also, we don't know what D did, so we have to blame D. No, 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 no. ECD is slowly creeping up again, isn't it? Right. So again, the volume is interesting. There's some nice unusual volume in that. Slowly, slowly creeping up. Greg, good morning. Did you miss anything? Just quick scalpies. Nothing crazy. Just quick scalps. She wants a vacation. More. I need to work and then get yelled at for working too much. Ah, you can do it, D. You can do it. Find balance. Okay. Yeah. Is anybody holding ECDA? Looks interesting. Looks interesting. It needs to break that double top though. Mm. Oh, I like that. D. I like it a lot. 90% win rate. Yeah, I like it. Well, give your wife some of the monies you're making. She's gonna be happy, so she can go shopping. 125. Yeah, someone's waiting there. Someone's waiting. Yeah, JZXN is getting slapped again here. DP, right? So the breakout is really important. If it doesn't break out, it's not ready. Beat, yeah, Beat is holding that 240 for now. ISD and slowly creeping up. So there goes Beat again. Right, this thing just doesn't know when to go away, which is a good thing. Futures go in, yeah, a lot of people do. At the same time, I'm not quite sure. And now my husband, you're the wife trading for her, and your husband's asking daily if you're a millionaire yet. Funny. To keep his wife happy. See, Kevin? Yeah. Yeah, see? This is the answer. Make more money, D. Buy the Optimus robot. And then yeah, I can maybe do your work for you too, and then clean. So you can spend more time with your wife and go on vacation. Consistent trading, let's go, yeah. Brennan, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I mean, again, the only good thing for YCBD now is it's still holding that $10, right? Like it just keeps holding it and slowly bouncing and holding and slowly bouncing. And then Beat is testing a bit of a downtrend. He had 257. Spies at the lows of the day. Weakness. This thing is gone, guys. Whoever is playing with this, again, the volume is now 60,000. That thing is just moving like crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. Did anybody jump into this? Empress is the one that's used to jumping into stuff like this. Yeah, OCG. With one, you did. I'm not surprised. BNKK, you have a new position, Pyro. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, Beats is looking good. BNKK, and you're in at $3.25. I like it. This one looks like, yeah, it's one of those low volume ones. But at the very least, you're green in that position, and the spread isn't bad, and it's a recent split too, actually. That's not bad. They did a split yesterday, so you might be onto something here if that stock wants to move. The volume isn't there. The volume has never been there, but I think your entries you need the volume though, Pyro. But I think your entry is so good that you don't really need to worry about it for right now. Yeah. I mean, if anything, like I would put that stop loss right below like 350 and hope that the volume kicks in at some point because of the split, right? Most likely a low float now too after the split. Yeah, not bad. Just missing that volume though. I'll leave it on the right hand side there. Beat is failing at the downtrend still, so needs to break out. Needs to break out. YCBD just keeps going back and forth. You can kind of see now though that we are trending down slowly, so that's a bit of an issue. But still playing with the $10, I guess. Right? Still playing with the $10. This one still halted BBGI. Yeah, OCG is halted, and there goes the on halt by the way for BBGI. And so there's really not a whole lot you can do with this stuff, you know. It's really not a whole lot until it comes back for a double bottom or higher low. There's really not a whole lot. So stuff like this is cool when you're in it, but when you're looking for an entry, it becomes a bit more complicated. OCG, on the other hand, looks a bit better just because of the price action. That was a good breakout, actually. Yeah, Randy, definitely, definitely. Scalps are there, but you want to be cautious. uh, I figured that I'd be the first one to wish. Sounds good, Dawn. Have a wonderful weekend as well. Have a wonderful weekend. Well, let's hope we can get through the first hour and things pick up because they usually do pick up. Last Friday was kind of similar, right? And then we were flying by the end of the day. So let's hope this all of this slowness can go away at some point, right? It's nice when you're getting little scalps, but there's just random stocks. This one pops a little bit and then drops. This one goes like it's just annoying. We need like two consistent stocks that we can scalp all day. You know. You know. Okay, sounds good, D. Sounds good. Yeah, after the stream. Yeah, and OCG halted, ARBK halted. Um, Obviously, RYM is halted. So a whole bunch of random stocks. From the other day, OCG for momentum. Yeah. What's your position in ZD GE? Let me know. Anthony, quick scalpies. Not bad. Yeah, you sold that thing right below the downtrend line too. It would have been nice if you sold higher, because again we mentioned that 256 257 level, right? But again, good scalp off the 200 EMA though. Just a reminder that we're gonna have a class today for the Legend Pro members and above, and the class will be about exiting positions, right? Exiting positions. So yeah, we'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff. La, 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 la. I'll post in the channel once we hop off. Alrighty, I will post once we hop off. Yeah. So again, so you have to be a Legend Pro member or above, and it's gonna be around 6:30 Eastern. Alrighty. Why the stocks get halted? I feel like it's a cheat method for the brokers. Um, it might be. I'm sure some of the brokers use it I'm sure some of the brokers use it as a cheat method because we've seen stocks halt for ridiculous reasons, honestly, right? And it's like, damn, this is super fishy. But no, so the whole idea behind a halt is that for the like just like volatility halts, right? In this case, which is what you're referring to, the other reasons for halts, right? But in this case, volatility. So the stock is halting because it's moving too quickly, right? If a stock moves too quickly, they like so. The idea is that if you move more than 15% in like less than 10 minutes, it's supposed to halt. I'm not sure what the exact number is because I don't really care honestly, and it's very random. Sometimes it makes no sense and they halt it, right? So, but that's the idea that if it moves very quickly, too soon, right? They're supposed to halt the stock so people can take a deep breath. But sometimes all that does is cause more chaos, right? They added that rule in place because back when the market was crashing, like back in the day when the markets were crashing, like dropping 10%, 20%, they wanted to implement something that would say, hey, everybody relax, stop crashing the markets, relax, take a deep breath, right? So people could take a deep breath and not keep selling, so the market would not crash anymore, right? But now that works both ways. Pizza, good morning, Pizza. Okay, Pizza is here, guys. Maybe now something can pump. Pizza, you're here now. Pump something, please. Did you hit the goal and then stop? Or am I gonna hear congratulations? Explosion. You love the halts. The halts can sometimes be very good, honestly, right? When a stock is pumping, right? With no comment. I like you need Jesus. Like the halts can sometimes cause chaos. Like in the case of like RYM, that thing halts at 29 and then on halts and immediately it's $41, right? Like sometimes it's nice when you're in a halted stock because it can bring some really nice violence for you. Let's go, pizza. Congratulations. They played themselves. Okay, I like it for now. I like it. Uh the implemented rules the benefit from SP, definitely. 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 That's why when people say, "Oh, trading bots," right? Like, how, like, that's never gonna happen. Um, like, like, or like, system that like trade for you, that's never gonna happen, right? Like market makers and people in high positions make a lot of money from people making stupid trades, right? A lot of money comes from retail traders, right? So why would they change that? Now they're gonna allow something that can let you trade well for you, so you can make monies. Mm-mm. Yeah, not gonna happen. Good job, Anthony. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good jobs. Good jobs. ZDG. Yeah, that was a really nice double. That was a really nice consolidation there at the bottom. Yeah, 370, Anthony. Yeah, that was nice. And then again, it's nice how you took those gains, right? Because look at that, right? Another test of resistance, another slap. As soon as Anthony sold, they're like, okay, he's out. Slap it. Bonjour, God is love. Yeah, good job. Good scalp. Uh Decent gains. Nice. Betsville. Very nice, yeah. The volatility there might be good. Mm-mm-mm. Liquidity grab. That thing was looking pretty trendy downy, Like you could see the trend was going down slowly, slowly, slowly. The volume wasn't coming in anymore. Right. So that second run after the on halts, that almost gave you an opportunity to sell at 120. Floyd criminal, right? Yeah, that second dip, yeah, maybe a dollar is gonna act as another base now, but hopefully SK, if you bought high, hopefully you sold that position, right? So to me, in my opinion, I don't think anybody should be red on this play. Yeah, for yeah, exact pizza. Yeah, if you don't feel safe, sit on your hands, guys. It is Friday, right? This crackhead stock though keeps halting up. Look at that. This is gonna pay for dinner for this is gonna pay for dinner for uh for uh for for Empress and hubby, you know. Uh, uh, yeah. Let's go, Luna. Let's go, criminal. No, 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 no. Okay, perfect. I need to pay for my. You need to pay for your son. Why? Why are you paying for your son? Pizza need jet monies. Pizza, where are we going? You need to go win the Powerball. That's what you need to focus on. We need a hot trades Powerball, you know, thing. You know, only when it crosses 1 billion, right? That's it. Then we need to play pizza. Come on, get those numbers in there. Move on the move. Move on the move. Why is today so slow, guys? Why is it so slow? Is it just because it's Friday and it's been a crazy week? Is that it? Probably, huh? I like it. I like it, pizza. I know, Greg. I know. I'm trying. What the hell is going on? And Spy's getting slapped. Can win the Powerball with his casino. Uh, there's a video I wanted to show you guys. It's some dude won the he was at the casino and he took the payout. Well, like the Princeton thing, it said 35 cents, and he was gonna go cash out 35 cents. That's the type of confidence you need in life, you know, knowing when to leave. At 35 cents left, you know, walk away. Yeah, you can always come back from 35 cents, you know. Let the stop loss hit. He did, Peter. Uh, because of all the weed that was purchased. I know, right, Alec? Unbelievable. These wheat stocks. OCG is pushing up again, though. OCG is making new highs there. So, yeah. OCG. Let me take a look here. What's the S&P doing? Because it looks like Peter slapped the markets and then walked away. I mean, we're down half a point, right? We're not. Yeah, it looks weak though. Pretty weak. We were so close to all-time highs too. So close to all-time highs, like 70 cents away. And they said, "Not today. See you next week." And that thing is on halted. RYM. $50 would have been a nice. Maybe that's why they're selling it at that price. You know, they're like, "Hey, $50. That sounds about right." Smash a like and something will pump. Yeah, smash a like, guys. Something's gonna pump. OCG does look good though. 125. That's a good scalp, Arya. My goodness, you're on fire. Keep cooking like that, please. We keep cooking, please. No, 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 no. In the lab, yes, we did. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Criminals. Oots. 4 shares. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that stuff at that price, you have to be in and out like that, Jason. And thrust. Yeah, that's a nice push on OCG. Did yeah, virus posted some nice puts, some very nice puts, especially spy puts, 684 puts. Yeah, so again, always take a look at the options cooking lab and the options entries and exits channel. OCG is looking nice. Slowly pushing for that resistance, right? The thicker supply zone. So like right there, looking good. See you guys smash it like something moves. Pizza was right. Only news on OCG's halt. Yeah, no, there's no news on this. No news on this. Just la la la. I kind of FOMOed into ATPC at 1590 and seeing clearly if I should hold or not. Uh, 25 cents. I'll take a look in a second. ATPC. I'll take a look. I will take a look. Ski. So and then the supply zone and the dip skis. Supply zone and dips. RYM is back to testing $50. $50. ZH doesn't look horrible, especially if it can stay above that 50 EMA, Like stay above 370 there. Should be okay. Right? And then ATPC, 1590. So then you're wondering what's gonna happen here. Yeah. Your entry is so sus though. Gandhi, why did you buy at that price? Of all the prices you could have picked, you picked right in the red zone and the right below the 200 EMA. But anyways, you can see that like the same level we were watching yesterday. You can see that white line we put there yesterday, right? The same spot is act. Look at that, right? Same spot is acting as support from yesterday. So for now, 1330 ish, right? We'll call it 13 cents. If it can stay about 13 cents, it should be okay. Alrighty. YCBD has been losing for some time now, though, right? Like this thing's been looking super sus, right? Lower highs, new lows below the 200 EMA. So there are a lot of red flags here. That 110 was the level, right? As soon as you break below 110, you have issues, right? So hopefully no one's holding. Be very careful, please. Alrighty. ZDGE is still looking like I said, as long as ZDGE stays above that 370, above that yellow line you see at the bottom there, it doesn't look horrible, right? Doesn't look horrible at all. Yeah. So you just have a lot of resistance. As soon as you get close to 420, people are like, get me out. Right? It's a 420, 430. That 10 cents seems to be a problem. The 1 minute, 417. Is that thing? Yeah, it's halted at 49, 49, 49.94. Feel like they did that on purpose, Who does that? Like, why would you halt the stock at 49.94? Why would you do that? Unless you wanted to do that on purpose. Criminals. Criminals. Yep. If it doesn't feel right, don't go in. Yep. Exactly. Please. Pretty please. Beat is down. Okay. And we mentioned that beat resistance, right? 257 ish. So it couldn't break above that. Are you in a position there, Missy? Pizza. Unbelievable. Yeah, there's no reason why this stock is moving. Like no reason at all. But sometimes you never know. It's a 1 million share float, right? So the float is low. Um, that thing just came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Somebody knew something because this thing looked like trash yesterday, right? It wasn't doing anything, and then you could start to see slowly creep up, slowly creep up, slowly creep up. They knew something was coming, or they knew they wanted to pump it. Is it a cannabis stock? Is it? Oh, interesting. Thank you. I mean, yeah, indoor agriculture. I like how they don't say cannabis. They're like we are an indoor agriculture stock. Yeah, right. Engages in the development of hardware and software solutions for indoor agriculture. So I guess they make technology for cannabis stocks, but yeah, yeah. They're like we're the main cannabis. The website does say like agrify, right? So which is really la, la, yeah, yeah, definitely cannabis. Yep. Mm. Anyways, it's unhalted. $50 is still acting as resistance though. That thing kind of has the vibe where you think it's gonna break above that $50, but looks like it wants to. But again, $50 is still resistance. Pizza probably, probably. But tomatoes, yeah, like yeah, they do have THC and stuff like that on their website though. So they might just be involved in all of the above. You know, Thomas, dang, good job, well done, good job, very very nice. OCG keeps pushing into that supply zone and failing. Can we see beat? Yeah, of course. Let's take a look. So we mentioned beat having that downtrend line, right? So it failed on the downtrend line and it's just kept trending down. So there's really not a surprise here. Now you're retesting the next level there. So yeah, closer to 225, right? See if it can test and curl. Tomato rocks, yeah. Uh, when it was popping like that, uh, like you mean on the left hand side, the golden candle just again on something like this that has a low, like super low volume, it's going to be difficult. But again, the golden candle is there to kind of predict a potential reversal. We can see that the reversal is more a test of $50, right? The T-Rex. This is why we've always mentioned like, hey, when you see a yellow candle, that doesn't mean you sell the position. You have to actually wait till it's stalling, because the stalling is the big problem, right? Florentin, what's your position in ONDS? Let me know. Jordan, of what? Of golf? Pizza, you better have those stop losses because it's only a matter of time before you don't come back. Because every day you're fighting for your life. Oh. Thomas says the amount of help I received from joining your group, just amazing group. All of you, thank you. Let's go, Thomas. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Give me a high five. Well done. Yeah, no, beat is playing with that again. No row consolidation yet, right? So let's see. Yeah, Thomas, congratulations, amazing. Thanks for joining as well, right? And teamwork, community, right? We keep helping each other out. We keep helping each other out, you know? We need a new theme in the market. This cannabis theme was this cannabis theme is is a bit sus. Michael, you're in at, let's take a look. This one's looking good again, isn't it? Right? ZDGE. Yeah, this is looking good. Gone up in smoke. Yeah. It was a really good theme though. Like it was a good theme. If you played it, if you played with YCBD last night or this morning, like you did well. There's no reason to complain, right? A lot of people made nice monies on this. Like look at that. This morning YCBD was nice. Last night it was good too, right? This morning tested the 200 and then look at that, right? So but that's the story with a lot of these plays, right? It's like, hey, we're having a lot of fun in pre-market, and then as soon as the market opens, resistance, slap. So we're just complaining because it's not behaving right now. But it was a nice. I mean, we were up like this stock was up 100% this morning, right, at the highs, 100%. So this was really nice, right? You just have to not be greedy and stay in there too long because it had the headline first of all wasn't like it's more of a rumor and there's nothing solid about it. Yeah. You made $300, Miss Rakes, Missy. Oh, oh, is that a minus? Is that a minus? Do you remember what I told you yesterday? Do you remember, Missy? Do you remember that, right? Yeah, $300. Very nice. Good jobs. Good jobs. You must that must have been a swing play then. RYM is yeah, it's halted up. It's halted up again. This time right at the top. Yeah. Yeah, see, Jeff made my daily goal on YCBD. Hence too cold to play market. La 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 la. And like he's given cookies. No, I want real cookies, Jeff. Good job, Jeff. Well done. Real cookies. OCG is pushing for the highs again. So that thing said, you know what, guys, it's time for me to break out. Right. So see, like the markets are at least getting a little bit better as the day goes on, right? You know, some of these names are coming through. Let's go, Sticky. Let's go. That free membership from Virus is cooking, isn't it? Cooking. So it was a nice. So 93 to 121. Discord family definitely helped. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's go, Virus. There goes $1.50 on this one. Nice. Very very nice. There was a question that I was supposed to look at, and I think that question was when news hit yesterday. Yeah. Michael. So kilt kilt is kilt a real thing or KLPT KLPT or whatever the ticker symbol was KPLT. You're making me yeah, this is the one. So you're in at 783 and your stop loss 67. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have very much volume now anymore, but yeah, that's fine. Nice little gamble, right? Yeah. Yep. And they've already made that $10 back. Right. A $10 investment already made back, you know? Let's go. 10% so far, Pyro. Very nice. Very nice. Virus is the GOAT. The goats. Okay, let's see. So it looks like we're breaking out here for ZDGE. This stock has been nice. Like the way that it's been trending up, definitely nice. Good job, Snipes. Good jobs. Very, very nice. Would be nice if it could stay above now, though. Here comes 450. The market does, yeah. Definitely. uh, Pizza's gonna do it with a big smile on his face, you know. Uh, Stabbing Rob's video in the channels. Yeah, Pizza is busy. No, I like the way that this thing consolidated above the yellow line. You know what's interesting is that line looks orange and yellow, doesn't it? Like when it's not highlighted, when it's highlighted it looks yellow. Anyways, orange. It looks more orange than anything else. But yeah, so that orange line has been holding up really well. So if you're playing with this, just make sure that it stay above the orange line. And the other one's unhalted, guys. That $50 has become a really big problem for RYM. Did you sell your position yet, Empress? Enough for dinner monies? Hmm, 420. So that is. There you got a wrench. Okay. Let's see. ECDA. Sam, ZD is looking like the better one for now. ARBK is halted up again. Ah. So 50, Tiffany? Good. That 50 seems to be the level that everybody's selling at. uh, that's the 50 EMA, yeah. The 50. And there goes the retest of the 50 now. Raven says, I'm staying out of this. THH is halted up again. THH. Today's kind of annoying with these low float stocks, Like that thing has 70,000 shares, but it's up 112%. Like you look at this, nothing was happening right here, nothing, right? And then all of a sudden, two candles in, boom, boom, right? Like that is just not the type of stuff you can really play with like confidently. It's more of a YOLO jump in, gamble, pray, right? It's like there's no price action to this here. There's just no volume here. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here we go. Then you feel like you missed it, but you really didn't miss anything because that thing really wasn't doing anything. Yeah. It's sad and it doesn't. There's nothing here, right? You have to FOMO into something like that and hope. Right? Same thing with like RYM. Like there's nothing wrong with these plays. You just have to be willing to take that risk with a smaller amount. Right? Especially when the like every candle is a halt, you definitely have to pray a little bit before you jump in. Or jump in and then pray, you know? Yeah. Is it a good entry? I mean, watch that 50, right? Watch that 50 EMA, the orange line fin, right? Because it's been bouncing up that level. As long as it's consolidating and holding, then okay, cool, right? So right there it bounced, right there it bounced, and it's testing it again. So better stay above $4. If not, it's gonna have a problem. Yeah, for beat, yeah. Right. So that demand zone was a bit lower though. So not necessarily 220, but a bit lower to the demand zone. Harmon. Yeah. So nice little bounce out of the grave. It's trying to. Trying to. This is the slowest Friday we've had in a while now. Slowest Friday we've had in a while. But again, hopefully it picks up at the end of the day, you know? Hopefully. Hmm. Uh, NVIDIA calls looking better than the stock. Okay, that's good. That is good. Yep, it's bouncing off a green zone. Entered at 50 and set a stop loss at right below the 50. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it's still trying to hold that level. Right, it's trying. Yeah, trying. Come on, markets. We need something. We need some juice. That's okay, Greg. That's okay. That is so okay. You have no idea, right? Not every day is gonna be a trade day. Not every day you're gonna, not every day is gonna be a day where you see a whole bunch of entries for you. and that's completely okay, right? If you really think about it, ask yourself, like, so I think the problem that a lot of people have is people are like, I can't see anything good. I can't see anything good. I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking, right? The question you need to ask yourself is like, is anything cooking right now? It's not like you're missing anything, right? So sometimes people panic, like, oh my goodness, I haven't taken any trades yet. What's happening? But then look around, like, is anything cooking? Like, is anything flying? No. So then maybe it's okay that you don't see any entries, right? So if you don't see any entries on a bad day, that means your strategy is good. Alrighty? Yeah. Maybe that's a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign, Alec. Restriction. Yeah, like OCG is been the one that's actually done okay here, price action wise. Right. So your next resistance is $1.50 on this. But a nice little curly there. Yeah. Did you get stopped? Yeah, that thing broke below, and it broke below the 50 there. Yep. It's one of those cases where, like, the more you test, one of these times it's gonna break below. The annoying thing is that that candle is still sitting above, but it did break below that level. Yeah. Still fighting there. La, la, la. Thomas, that's just more hype than anything else. It's just more of a, yeah, it's more hype than anything else, but it hasn't broken out anyways, though. Yeah, there's no news on this. Actually, I think there was news earlier this morning. This, right? Not that we really care, right? Not that we really care, but it needed to break out. It just hasn't done it. From the sidelines, defiant. That's okay. When we are looking at break above or below, so it depends, right? So it depends. When I say breakout, usually I mean that the candle needs to break and close, like a piece of like a body of the candle needs to close, not the entire body of the candle, right? So the wick above doesn't count. So for example, like we were looking for a breakout on this, right? So clearly this is a double top, right? So ECDA, right? So resistance on the left, right? Resistance on the right, right? This right here, this is a scam, right? So that doesn't count, right? The candle never closed above it. So the wick itself doesn't count. Ready? Hopefully that answers your question. So usually referring to the close. Where are the boomskis? And then if you look at so if you look at ZDGE, it's not a bad thing that your stop loss hit though, right? KB, because look, it's lower now. So stop loss is hitting, not always a bad thing. Usually not a bad thing, right? Florentin, what's your question for SNDL? That's another one of those cannabis names that's probably doing nothing right now. As in, do I think it's done? Do you have a position or you're looking for a position? Help me out, right? Let's go, Saturn. Absolutely, absolutely. So you're holding. That's okay, right? That's completely okay. The only downside there is that that demand zone is a little bit lower, right? Like you're looking for closer to 380, 370, right? So and it's sitting at 390 now, so it's slowly getting there, right? And it just broke below. Look at that, right? So that's the problem with waiting like that, is like it's gonna be closer to the actual bottom, right? Not the middle of the demand zone there. And yeah, so there is 380, right? So OCG is looking good. Like I said, OCG has been the good one, right? So like the price action, you jumped in on the dip. Look at that, KB. That's something you should be very proud of, right? Take a loss on one name, go to the next name, make the money back. Nobody cares, right? So Uh, yeah, right. So OCG has done a really good job with like the price action. Really, really good job. Let's go, Tiffany. The shops are calling over the weekend. Peter, have a wonderful day, good weekend, and see you later. Ready? How do you set up the line? What do you mean thin? Like the green and red zones or just the white lines? So the green and red zones come from the algo. The white lines, I put them in there. Is YCBD dead, Thomas? Is it done? I mean, it doesn't look like it. It's back to 111, right? So it doesn't look dead. I always have such a hard time answering that question because I don't that's not a simple question, right? You're either way, you're just guessing, and that's never the right way to make decisions, right? Is this stock dead? I, I mean, we answer that question a lot, right? So you have to have some rules for yourself, like breaking below the 200 EMA, breaking below this and that, right? So, but that's not a question you want to be asking though. OCG looking good. 140. Yeah, you were definitely greedy. Yeah, you had a really good entry though. Just very greedy. Unbelievable. OCG looks nice, guys. I'm surprised they haven't halted that thing yet. There we go. See, as the day goes on, maybe the market picks up a little bit, right? Market picks up a little bit, and then good things happen. Yeah, looking good. You should be nice and green now, though, KB. Right? Should be nice and green there. Really another way to trade it. Ah, Schwab and Fidelity, unbelievable. How come some of the like a Webull, right? How come some of the like the like a Webull is in like an Asian company? How come a company like that sometimes is better than a Fidelity or Schwab? So stupid. Did it? Yeah. So we came all the way down to like actually test the last low there. So again, this is why it's important to like if your reasoning to getting into this position is because like right there we're holding the 50 EMA. Well, if that level isn't holding, you get rid of it because if it breaks down, you're going straight to the next level, right? Which that's kind of where it's sitting at now. So and then OCG just got slapped hard, harder than this thing got slapped so hard. Sheesh, from 180 to 134. That is a nasty slap. Today is not the day to get greedy. And hopefully you moved your stop loss up, KB, or you took those gains. Because that is a nasty slap. And of course, now they're going to halt it down, right? Because why not? Why not? Don't halt up, only halt down. So, oh my goodness, guys. Yeah, use those damn stop losses. Because, yeesh. Spy looks nasty. 1% virus? Damn. Damn. Sheesh. They are slapping the markets today. Time to buy the dips? No, but no dips to buy. Craziness. YCBD is trying though. Look at that thing go. 112 now. No music today. There is music. I can hear the music. I think it's because I didn't turn on the setting to let the yeah. Anyways, you guys were complaining too much. Trump to sign EQ to reclassify cannabis on Monday. Okay. So at least now we finally have a date, right? At least now we finally have a date, and we can say, okay, Trump is gonna do this on Monday. So that should create a little bit of hype going into next week, I would think. That should create a little bit of hype. Interesting. Yeah, that's why these cannabis names are picking up. That's why YCBD is coming back a little bit now too. Mm. Yes, AKAN. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're curling. Yeah, so look at that, right? It came right to the next level, and then it's trying to curl up the next level, which is kind of what we expected to see anyways, right? So look at that last support, the actual demand zone, and then a curl. Yeah. So demand zone, double bottom, golden candle, a bit of a bounce. Yogi the criminal, making monies. Frozen, not bad. 11 Eastern. Okay, sounds good. You would almost think that these stocks should be running a lot more aggressively, but they're just not. So maybe they will on Monday. Who knows? Who knows? Empress, did you finally sell this thing? RYM? We're still in there. Beat is still slowly curling here, and then OCG is obviously still halted down. ZDGE, AXIL. You sold? Okay. It's another one of those with like crazy, crazy candles. Another one of those with crazy candles. CM. Some Oracle data centers for OpenAI delayed to 2028 from 2027. Very nice. Some jerky. Yeah, that would be nice. Virus said nope. I want to live in the yeah. Yep, Pyro. Yeah, SOX. Yeah, because Spy is getting slapped right now. The markets are getting slapped. Slapped. Of course, it would happen right below the 52-week highs. Right below, right below. You did? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. HJ. SOXL. Very nice. Yeah. Today's the day for it. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I mean, right? The volume just isn't there. So you're having to play with dangerous things. OCG is unhalted though, unhalted, and it looks like it's climbing back up, so that's good. Yeah. Yep. So back above $1.50, nurse. I think today was supposed to be a cannabis theme day, but then everybody got high. All the cannabis people got high, way too high. So then everything slowed down. You know what they say, right? Drugs and being slow. Yeah, unbelievable. Don't do drugs, please. Just trade the stocks. Yeah. Tiffany? Yeah, exactly. At least OCG has been the one that's giving you scalpies. See if we can get back to $1.80. Back to $1.80. Is it cold? It's been giving you monies. Yeah, that was the crypto banking yeah. So this was the crypto banking one. Maybe this one's actually benefiting the most from the latest news, right? So yeah, this one's benefiting from that latest article there. It wasn't doing anything till the news dropped, and then it said NVIDIA. No, 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 no. Oh, RR. The only annoying thing with these stocks is they're so slow, like so slow. Right? YCBD is trying 114, super slow, super slow. Come on, cannabis stocks. Everybody get on high and let's thrust, please. Oh, Mike, what's Canada's weather? Where's Mike? Mike is did Mike say something? Because Mike is in the same city. Is oh yeah, it's cold. Yeah. Let's take a look at the weather. Look at the weather, guys. Yeah, that's not fun, is it? Minus 25. Minus 25 is just the number you see. You don't get to see the wind chill and whatnot. because that is not fun. That is not fun at all. No, I said get on high Raven so we can thrust, because these stocks are too slow. Too slow. Go skiing? I mean, I would never go skiing in this weather. I don't think it would be fun. It definitely would not be fun. You want to be out there for at least like 20, 30 minutes, an hour, multiple hours, and then come back in and warm up. Mm-mm. Too late. So what's that in Fahrenheit? So let me switch it. Minus 13. Minus 13 for you, for the people in yeah. Yeah, the markets look bloody today. Bloody. Yep. But code AF. Yeah. Zedge, they slapped it back down. Right. So now it's gone from using the this is why like having these lines in your chart are so important. Because look at that orange line. Initially that orange line was acting as support. Once you go below the orange line, now the orange line is a rejection level and then slapped. Yeah, they slapped it so hard, right? But again, there was no like weakness. Weakness. SPY is about to go below 680. That's wild, virus. Wild. Uh, WTF? It's gonna tell me why why, yeah, why do you live there? It's gonna say why would you do that? Why? You took your profits in those puts, virus. Nice. What are the numbers in the gray box? So those numbers are just like RSI numbers, MACD numbers, delta spikes, like buying versus selling, relative volume, stuff like that at the top. So rather than having the lines at the bottom of your charts, making it messy and stuff like that, it's at the top instead. Downtrend, it's telling you that the stock is in a downtrend. Just simple stuff, right? BC, no. Well, yeah, yeah. Candle trader, I've been there. No, 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 no. The light is frozen. Go outside and throw water, hot water, into the sky and see what happens. It's gonna be 77. Yeah, that's nice. It's minus 13 here. Not even, not like +1, minus. Every weather has their, pluses and minuses. Like for you guys have, the type of weather that can take the roof off. Like you can be sleeping and your roof just says, you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna go on a stroll. Ah. uh, like I meant the number in the little box with buy and sell. Oh, so this is just data. This is just the buying and selling like numbers that are coming in once the 9 and the chrono cross. Alrighty, so just delta volume basically. Yeah. Alrighty. So I would say ignore those numbers though. Ignore. Ignore. Is B trending up? No, it's ranging. Right. The algo tells you that it's ranging because you're just like there's nothing crazy. Like it's not really doing anything other than going sideways. It has done a good job though of holding above the 200 EMA, but you need to get back above the 200 EMA to regain the trend, right? So when you're sitting close to the 200 EMA like that, you're probably going to be ranging. Jeff in a warm van, it's better than minus 25 outside. Can you imagine working outside in Canada, Jeff? You would die. Really? Was it hot though? Like boiling water, SB? I've never tried it. I've seen some really cool videos though. Really cool videos. Do, do, do. Finn, okay, sounds good. Thank you as well. Have a wonderful weekend. See you in Discord. Yeah, we'll probably hop off like at lunchtime, guys. Like in 45 minutes or so, because it's very slow today, isn't it? Which is okay. OCG's still holding 140. And then Virus. At some point, I was about to say, where's my invite? Then you said 3 months. I said nope. What are you looking for? Uh-uh. Feels like -43. Yeah. You're not outside today though, Floyd, are you? You're inside? Stay inside. You know what's funny is like if it like -43, -40, -30 doesn't matter, right? Snow doesn't matter. Heavy snow doesn't matter, right? There's no day off. There's no snow day. There's nothing like that. But if this happened in the States, I'm just saying, you guys would be like, oh my goodness, it's snow day. It's a cold day. Everybody take a day off. You are, Floyd? Yeah. Take a day off. Okay, sounds good, Virus. Sounds good. You hate the cold? Yeah. Not very many people. I mean, like, the cold is fine, right? It's just when it gets to temperatures like this, nobody likes that. You had a snow day in Michigan on Wednesday? On Wednesday? Damn. Yeah. And I bet you had like a little sprinkle. Yeah. I remember walking to school and it was snowing. Like I had snow boots on, and like my like pretty big boots, right? When you have snow boots, they're pretty big boots. Like my boot would disappear. Like I would step in the snow and my boot would disappear every time, right? And nobody had a snow day. Like, dude, really, really, it's -30. It snowed a lot. Like you can't even like your fingers are freezing. Your shoes are disappearing, and we still don't have a damn snow day. What the hell? Yeah, Robert. Yeah. We had 4 inches of snow, and they have a snow day. Yeah, snow day is good though. Like I think that's okay. Like when it gets a little bit excessive, I think like keep your kids at home. Because some kids like will not pay attention and like throw their gloves away or like, and then all of a sudden you have a problem. Houston needs a heat day. Yeah. Today and a lot of 2 to 4 across the state. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing it's a Friday, Bailey. And snow barefoot with just his undershirt on, walking backwards, Virus. Come on now. uh yeah, exactly, Thorn. That's what I mean, right? Like, yeah, traffic accidents, stuff like that. Like sometimes when it gets like crazy, like, it's cool that everybody wants to be stay home. Yeah, stay home. Is OCG done? It's looking a bit weaker now, isn't it? Right, you're starting to get some lower highs there, so that's not fun. Are you in a position, to Tovar? Are you in a position? Let me know. Beat is still just chilling below that 200 EMA. Like none of these stocks really look amazing, Like none of them look amazing. Right? Like none of them look amazing. I would have thought like these cannabis plays would be on fire right now, but I think the fact that they already ran 100%, I think maybe that's why they're not running. Maybe on Monday we will run again, but damn, so slow. Let me take a look. Let's take a look at NCPL. NCPL. Even something like this that you feel like is running, it's like, oh nope, 10 cents. Yeah, that thing just hit resistance and backed off. Yeah, what's your position? Let me know. Yeah. Michigan. Mm, mm, mm. Mike, you better stay inside today. Stay inside. Let me see. That is beautiful, though. Floyd sent me a video of him outside working. That is beautiful. Yeah, but yeah, cold. Virus, you're so lucky Rob is in here. As well. Look at the yeah, Chris, exactly. Exactly. You need that volume to come through, to push these stocks. Um, I think the annoying thing is you look at stocks like YCBD with Monday coming, you know that it's not quite done, right? You sense it. Like on like on Monday, these names are gonna have a bit more hype, so they're not quite done yet. They're just super annoying, super annoying. And then OCG is trying to curl again. Bitcoin is at 89,000 again. My goodness, Bitcoin is just annoying now. Again, I hate how Bitcoin just follows the market around. Like if you ask why Bitcoin's dumping today, someone will give you a really smart answer, but it's following the damn markets because we didn't get any crazy headlines today. So silliness. What's your position, Tava, in OCG? You might have answered that already. In the through the snow, all mind over matter. Yeah. Mm-mm. I thought about going to the gym today, but then I'm like, no, it's okay. SPY just hit brand new lows of the day, so the markets are looking pretty weak. So weak right now. So it depends. Stallion, I like to do it on the 1 minute time frame. But it depends though. Like if that stock has history, then the 5 minute is sometimes better. But it has to be a stock though that like you've looked at it and it's giving you enough candles to give you a 5 minute candle, right? But usually that's not the case. So then we stick to the 1 minute. 139. Okay, that's good then. Yeah, you should be okay, right? I think again, this stock is super volatile, so you're gonna have to just remember to scalp it to VAR, right? Like in and out, in and out, in and out. That candle looks like it's halted, but it's not halted. It's just like super low volume. But yeah, you're in a really good spot for now because of these two green candles, right? So as we push, you better consider taking profits because that seems to be the type of day we're having. Look at that, right? We're like immediately lost 10 cents. So like super volatile. Yep. Good job. See that guy? Yeah, 138 to 154, right? Nice little scalp. It's back to 150 at least though, so that's good. So hopefully it can break out and keep going. Would you say that the market is most likely to get really active later today? I hope so, right? Last Friday was like that, team. So hopefully at the end of the day, it can get a little bit more active. Yeah, last Friday we had to wait till like after hours, and then everything started flying. So again, if you're not a member yet, don't forget to smash a like, guys. Hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you want to join us, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots. Come join us in Discord. There goes 153. 153. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, there goes 159. Really nice guy on our TV. Can you believe that? He said hi to me. Her friend goes, "Oh, that's so cool." Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. There goes OCG. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a very cool name for your daughter, though. Very cool. Very, very cool. You better get her to start, paper trading some stocks. ECDA, it's still not doing anything. It's still in that range there, Thomas, right? Still needs to break out. You have a feeling it's going to pop today? Yeah, again, like if it can break out, then yes, absolutely. As long as it doesn't break down, the hope should still be there. And then OCG just needs to like break out and just keep pumping. But this has been like the better stock like after YCBD, right? Just because of the consistent like price action, right? So at least there's some nice scalps there. She's a little older. She's only 7. Okay, fine, 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 fine. Mm, 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 mm. No, 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 no. Godspeed, monies. Well done. Mm, mm. UVXY. Yep. You could definitely play with UVXY today. That's actually something we should have mentioned. I just never look at UVXY just because I think they've they did the split now. The price is super expensive. I think there's another one that's cheaper. YCBD with a nice pop, guys. Right there it is. That's what I mean. Like you can't really count the stock out yet because now we have that Monday, signing from Trump. So these cannabis stocks are not going to be done yet, right? So well, you just wish they would actually be cooking and cooking daily, cooking. But that's a nice pop to the VWAP. See if they can keep pushing. YCBD is definitely the better one though. Definitely the better one. Whale alert. That's uh that's Raven. Raven and Pyro and Bailey buying all the float. I like it. What's the float on what? On YCBD? 8 million. 8 million. If YCBD can break out, we can just simply, just start cooking again. Again, this has definitely been the best one though when it comes to like the cannabis names. YCBD has been the best one. There was the other one like Rhythm, right? RYM or something, but that's different. Yeah. Usually it moves the opposite though, Alec. Buy the hype, sell the news, right? Buy the hype, sell the news. Um, buy the hype, sell the news. Just like last time he was signing the thing about NIV. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like the baby thing, right? Those stocks cooked and cooked, and then as soon as he signed them, they're like, "Oh, we're done. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye." Yeah, this one's super suspicious now too. This one's been slowly creeping up, right? CGC slowly. So some of these cannabis names are doing okay. Yeah, exactly, Tiffany. Yeah, 700,000 is the float for a can. So a can is the low float one. All right, so let me take a look at a can. Yeah, but again, like I mentioned this earlier, right? Like this one has a low float, but people don't seem to like this one a whole bunch, right? So it's still at the bottom there, right? So YCBD. AKAN, you think so? Maybe. Hopefully. Not a good thing. Not a bad thing, right? Cook at any point, we don't mind. But yeah, YCBD is definitely at the top of the list for most people, right? If you're still holding YCBD, type yes in the chat. Any speculation about what happens on Monday? Buy the hype, sell the news. Something needs to move. I know, right? Yeah. Is it moving to you? Why RYM? Yeah. So again, it is a cannabis stock, so it's curling, benefiting from the thing. Benefiting from the thing. There goes 120, guys. They just had to drop it down, and then announce the Monday thing. 121. You're back in? Okay. Yeah. No, nothing's happening today, right? Trump is inciting to probably like Monday after hours. So then you have 11,000 shares. Sheesh. Sheesh. Yeah, you stayed in this position, Star, huh? I think it's because you have a cash account, so then you're yeah. Yeah. UVXY is just an inverse stock market ETF, right? UVXY. 5,000 shares. Okay. Pump it, pump it, pump it. Can we go to $2? If this thing can break above $1.30, that would be fun. YCBD. Yeah. Yep. You might need to split up your money a bit more though, Star, right? Split it up so you're not stuck in the same position. Because if it wasn't for that brand new headline from Trump about signing on Monday or from somebody else, right, you'd be red in that position right now, right? And to me, that's unacceptable. So split it up. Would make you very happy. Yeah, absolutely. I think again, so high of the day is $1.30. So double top at $1.30, right? So that's gonna be the first big test at some point here today. Hopefully it does. Hopefully. The market's open already. Get at open. The market's been open for like 2 hours, two hours now. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna retest, especially with that, having that supply zone right there. Yep. But it looks okay. At the very least, we're back above $1, back above $1.10, and playing with resistance now. Playing with resistance is a lot nicer than playing with the bottom. Uh, Raylines. Raylines. Oh, like as an IPO? Oof, then I can't really. Oh, I see. Yeah, the $14 IPO. I have no idea. No idea what the company does. Yeah, no idea how it's gonna perform. It's not a small float, right? So yeah, I have no idea about this. No idea. Wealthfront Corp, WLTH. So again, today IPO, right? It's a bit more expensive, so I have no idea. Not a clue. CGC is super slow, but it's still creeping up 39%. And then, of course, YCBD is gonna, find resistance and start playing games again. To test the 200, I think, probably. Annoying? Yeah. Like, are we asking for too much for like just go boom skis and go, go, go? As soon as we get off the stream, though, As a beginning, as a should I even consider shorting anything just yet? Definitely not. Shorting seems easy, like you think about it, you're like, okay, every time I buy a stock, it goes down, I seem to lose money, so I should just short stocks, right? It doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. Shorting is more dangerous than simply just going long. Yeah, no, if we break above $1.30, I think that's where the fun is gonna start. That's when the fun begins. Yeah. Friday at bottoms, yeah. And then reverse it. Let's thrust, please. Reverse and thrust. After lunchtime, we better start cooking. Winterfell promised that he was gonna go on a walk, so we better start cooking. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, no, UVXY has done well today. You definitely get the vibe though that like YCBD isn't done, but and that it needs to confirm that by breaking out. Hello, Thomas. This Thomas. Hello, 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 hello. I know. If you saw that face and you're still wanting to shorts, then let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Why am I searching Twitter? Anyways, uh, look at this face. When was the last time he tweeted? Let's scroll down. Shouldn't be that far down, right? Except the dude is a spammer. That was the last time he streamed. Was that the last time? Or did he stream again? I don't see a whole lot of streaming. Oh yeah, there it is. If you see this face, this is the face you make when this is what happens when you short. This is the face you make when you short a stock and bad things happen. Ah, this is the level of stress you're gonna go through. You know, you know when you're doing research after you've made the play. You know that, right? We've all been there. You know when you buy a stock and it goes wrong immediately, you're like, okay, okay, wait. Let me go do research. Maybe this is an investment. This is no longer a trade, this is an investment. Let me go do some research. And then now you're looking at the company's website, you're looking at all the details. You're like, okay, you know what? This could be an investment, right? Right? This is the face when you messed up and a trade becomes a swing play, an investment. Yeah. Yeah. And then the more you dig, the more you realize you screwed up because the company is in China. Ah. And you start thinking of the bridge, you know? You're like, you know what? If I live at the bridge, it's not that bad, right? Ah, yeah. And you start thinking of the one time you were at the bridge. Anyways, but yeah, so shorting is fun until you get screwed, and then you're gonna hear voices. OCG is still looking good, right? OCG has been one of the better names today. It's like OCG, and YCBD. Yeah. RYM, it's trying to curl. You just have that VWAP. So watch $40 as your resistance there. Alrighty, at least it's trying to come back. Yeah. Like, at least there's a blanket under the bridge. At least there are a lot of people there. We keep each other warm, you know? Anyways, Bailey. uh, anyways. ARBK, delisting. Let me take a look. Uh, there's a filing here from 8 hours ago, right? So, no, no, no. On the London Exchange. Why are they trading on the so like is it a London thing or like it's a New York Stock Exchange thing? So that notice was today. At the request of the company, securities have been cancelled from London. Okay, so that's a London thing, it seems. Relating to London, no, 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 information is on, no, 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 no. Nah, DP doesn't seem like a. Yeah, if let me see if there's another one though, because it should be in this one. December 10 restructuring. So it looks like they went through bankruptcy and there's um England. So that seems like a like everything that it says in this article is a London thing, right? So England and Wales court. The last day of trading for the company shares on the main market of London, right, will be December 11. Delisting will be effective at 7 a.m. December 12th. So the delisting on a London exchange. The company will issue, yeah. So you can see it right there, right? The last day of trading for the company shares on the main market of London Stock Exchange will be November 11th, which November 11 is past, right? So and then 7 a.m. December 12th. It's already past 7 a.m. in London. So so if it's still trading, then maybe they're allowed to trade on, or maybe it's just a matter of time before they get their warning on the Nasdaq, right? So, but they've done a split on the Nasdaq today, right? So I think if a company is doing a split, there's only one reason why they're doing a split, right? So they can comply with the rules. So if they went through the trouble of doing a split today, then maybe they're wanting to stay on the Nasdaq, right? Probably a low float now after the split though, but it's all they've also done a split and the stock was at $30 and now it's at $7, right? So they split it and screwed people even harder, right? So like the scamminess here. Look at that split, 1 for 216. That's crazy. That's one of the biggest numbers I've seen, right? That's why the stock was at $30. Now it's at 7. So definitely this one would have been nice to short, nice to short. Yeah, so just be careful. Almost lost my first account shorting. It was going well for the first, 3 to 4K, and then one big hot fest ruined the fun. Yeah, that's the danger with the with. I think that's what Martin. That's what happened to Martin, the Martin dude, right? Is like you can short a stock, it's fine. As soon if that thing halts, Oof, you better pray because you're about to get screwed. So OCG, another test of $1.80, guys. So this one's been good today. Yeah. So $1.80. If one prefers shorting a position, given the dangers, why wouldn't you place a stop above the price? No, you definitely can, Waldo, right? Like you definitely should be doing that. But the biggest dangers of like shorting is when the stock halts, right? Um, right? Like it halts. So for example, for this dude, right? He shorted the stock at like $7 or something like that, and then it halted and opened at 40. Right? So like you're screwed. There's no way you're getting out of that. You're losing millions of dollars. For him, probably millions of dollars. That's why his face looked like that, probably. Is the stress of knowing that there's nothing you could do other than just cry. Waldo? Because it's nice. Yeah. Because your name's Waldo S. Swan. Yeah. Good job, Greg. Good scalp, right? See? You're doing better, Greg. Good job. Virus. Oh, where's Dan? Dan's probably resting. Probably resting. So here we go again. Type yes if you're holding a OCG. Type yes if you're holding a OCG because OCG is looking hot. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah. The OCG has been one of the better ones today. One of the better ones. World of, yeah. World of, yeah. Good job, guys. Good job. Yes, yes, yes. Loving it. Yeah. No, this has been one of the best ones. YCBD just had a fat green candle too, though. Maybe this time. Look at that. Finally, can it actually hold this time though? Maybe. Maybe this time. Yeah. Both of these stocks look good. I mean, these are the two stocks we like right now, right? YCBD and OCG. So maybe it's because they have both sound the same. YCBD, OCG. Anyways, yeah. So there goes 194, 195. Looking good. So probably some resistance. It's halted up. Probably some resistance there at $2. Right? That was a glitch on my end, by the way. Not halted. So here comes that $2. Very nice. And see, sometimes it's slow in the mornings, but something always shows up, 210. Okay. Yeah, so $2 is gonna be your first test here for resistance. I don't quite trust YCBD yet unless we break out, like break out and stay above the damn 130, right? So this is gonna be your resistance here. $1.30. So we're gonna need to break because that's your double top for YCBD. Yeah. So it looks okay though, YCBD, and then OCG obviously looks good too. Great day of work. Let's go, Thomas. Well done. 94 to 191. Let's go, nurse. But that's it for you. Yeah, move for you today. Good job. Well done. Beautiful. It's a very nice scalp. Very, very nice scalp. Just a quick spike. That's okay. That was good. We saw the spike. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good scalp. 94 to 191. Very nice. Good job. Very, very nice. Now this thing's had a beautiful trend up, right? So especially being above the 200 EMA, right? Look at that. Beautiful 200 EMA, consistent, right? So when we tell you guys to avoid the stocks below the 200 EMA is because usually the good ones are above the 200 EMA, right? And it's consistently done well. Even on the dips, it's still above. So $2 is going to be your next resistance, whether you like it or not. People like to sell at $2, right? In and around like a round number like that. Yeah, 149. Very nice. Yeah, let's see if we can break above $2. Exactly, Tiffany. Exactly. Right? Exactly. Exactly. Are you hesitated on both dips to 125? Yeah. Here comes that $2 test again. $2 highs of the day, 204. There you go, 207. Very nice. Monies, 210. Whoever was looking for 210, there's your 210. Yeah, OCG's on fire now. On fire. So again, congratulations if you got into this one. Alrighty. Make sure you're moving those stop losses up. Because at some point this thing's gonna get a fat red candle too. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please take a second, smash like. Yeah, I would appreciate that. YCBD has been very annoying, right? Very, very annoying. I think that's why most people just play with OCG because YCBD is way too. You got your yeah. There you go, Bill. Good job. Just a smash a like. Smash a like. Again, the annoying thing about YCBD too, though, is that like it's not just giving up, right? Like it's back to 120, or like it keeps going up and down. So it wants to go, right? It's just the stupid scam candles. It's waiting for us to get off the stream. I'm telling you. As soon as we get off, it's gonna be like, oh, okay. We have about another 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes, and then we'll hop off and go back to Discord. Alrighty. We will hop off and continue in the Discord. Choo, 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 choo. I see. Yeah. That spike right there is because somebody bought $250,000 worth of YCBD. Who did that? 240,000. Who did that? I wonder who. Someone bought 188,000 shares, and the stock said, "Oh yeah, boom skis," spiked and then came back down. Craziness. Craziness. Yeah. So yeah, no, that thing looks nice. If it can break out, just wait till they sell. No, I mean, like the volume is 200 million, so like stuff like that is exciting because the volume wasn't really there at that specific moment, but overall, should be okay when you have that much volume. If if why are you gay? You are gay. Yeah. Is that an example of a gap fill? No, gap fill is just price action to a specific level, right? A gap fill doesn't necessarily mean that like, there's a fat green candle. Yeah. Bill minus 30. Minus 30. Hmm. For the dip because you don't want to get left out. Sounds good. Sounds good. Do, 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 do. Why sell before Monday though? Why sell before Monday? Because people do that. People do that, right? Like just because just because some people want to hold till Monday doesn't mean everybody will. Some people's intention is to scalp for 5 minutes. Like sell the next. So some people want to hold till Monday. Some people are gonna sell because it's Friday. Some people are gonna sell because it's resistance. Like they're like, hey, it's a double top. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for. I'm just gonna sell the double top. So yeah, it's a red zone resistance. Yeah. Doo-doo. There we go. Let's go, CM. I like it. Well done. Jason says I shoot for less for to hold less than 1 minute. Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many reasons why people sell. Monday sounds good. For now, it looks okay. Right, we're back to 120, but we've been back to 120, for some time now. So, uh, yeah, wonder 50. Yeah, yeah. There you go. There goes 121, 121, 121, and it's just sitting there. Just sitting there. OCG, yeah. So retesting $1.80. Alrighty, $1.80 was a double top, right? So look to the left, right? Double top 180, retesting and kind of holding for now. YCBD is like, hey, you guys are talking about me a lot. Can I go? Some nice dip for long positions. Paris, I like it. I don't have any more monies for dips though, Paris. So till next year. Yeah. Everything else, I want to wait. I want to save some monies for March, April. You know, the typical big dip skis. That's what I'm waiting for next. Oh, no, 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 no. Sydney Ann. Welcome to the community, Sydney. Welcome to Legends. Let me get you an invite link to join us in Discord. I need to send Rob an email. 1 second. Forward. Come on, keep going. Keep going, YCBD. Make it happen, Raven. As yeah, for 7 years now. Yeah. Again, so Sydney, welcome to the community. This is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. So click that yellow link at the bottom of the chat and follow the instructions in the Getting Started channel. Alrighty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you watch the onboarding video. It's the weekend too, so spend some time going through all the channels, watching educational stuff. Alrighty, and you should be ready for next week. So again, welcome, and yeah. Come on, YCBD. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Let me edit some of these. Mm. 124. Uh, there we go, guys. 130. Boom skis, boom skis, boom skis. So we're testing it. We want to go. We should go. We need to go. We have to go. We are going. We are gone. Boom skis. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding YCBD. uh, Type yes in the chat if you're still holding YCBD. A lot of you guys are going to be holding this. A lot of you, right? Yeah, I like it. So again, like we said this multiple times, right? This stock is most likely not done because now we have the headline that Trump is going to sign something on Monday. So this is going to be buy the hype, sell the news, right? So I wouldn't be holding this over the weekend though, just because you're like, hey, no, right? You can always play this today and get rid of it, and then play it again pre-market on Monday into the signing maybe. Alrighty, so don't put yourself in a risky position because you're like, but Monday, right? So if you want to, that's okay. Maybe take half and then hold half or something. But it's way too early to be making that decision, anyways. You just missed it, Bill. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Bailey's smiling because Bailey is holding all those shares, 4,000 shares, waiting for $2. Uh, let's go. How's Beat looking? Beat was looking okay this morning, but now it's losing some of those gains. Right, your support is still like 210. Yeah, like I said earlier, guys, YCBD is the best one of the bunch, right? Like of all the other cannabis names, YCBD is the best one because it has that history of cooking, right? So when people remember like the good times, right? If you zoom out on YCBD, the last time we had something like this, right? So look at this, right? So obviously we crashed a long ways, right? The last time we had a run, we went from 60 cents to $2, right? And then like it's had some really good runs, right? So people tend to look at stuff like that. Don't get caught in the hype though, please. Alrighty, don't get caught up in the hype. Make sure you have a plan here. Yeah, a can is catching up a little bit. That's the lowest float one. All right, AKAN. Right, this one finally said, "Hey, I'm a cannabis play too. Let me go." Right, so nice consolidation at 90 cents, 93 cents, and then pop back to $1. So we're gonna be watching these cannabis plays as the day goes on. Yeah, the orange man will save us. The orange wizard of tariffs. I like when Trump creates, themes in the market. It's fun. It's fun. It's like it's slow, and then Trump says, "Oh no, it's not. Let's create a theme. Pump it." Up for 20. Too much winning. Low float cannabis name ready for breakout. Yep, hopefully. Yeah, we've definitely looked at that one too, right? SHFS. Yeah, it's trying to. Like all these names are just trying to break out. But YCBD is the main one. It just looked like the best one the whole time. OCG, yeah, it's testing that 180 again. Yeah. So again, we're clearly in the red zone, guys, right? So if you need to move your stop loss up or take some gains, or it looks good right now, no complaints, especially now that we're back above $1.30, right? This looks very, very nice, right? But just make decisions for yourself, right? Just in case. Just in case. 134. Come on, give us more. Mm, 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 mm. Here we go again. Highs of the day. Yup. So this looks very good, doesn't it? Looks very good. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. 140. I like it. Now a can is pumping too, isn't it? Right? Look at the can. Right? Straight boom skis. This is what we were expecting earlier, like come on, wheat stocks. Come on, wheat stocks. Go higher, please. Go higher. There you go. You're getting back on board. Okay, sounds good. Have a safe trip voyage, Leo. See you next time. Yep, 142. This is what we were hoping for, expecting earlier. Because there's no emotion in it, Greg. Also because you're probably using a bigger amount when you're paper trading. So again, that looks good. A can looks good too, right? The high of the day for a can is 123, so that's going to be an interesting area. So this is the high of the day for this one. Market open high. Pre-market high is all the way up there, right? So 32. So the cannabis names are taking over. OCG is like, you guys want to go to cannabis now? Fine. Goodbye. Goodbye. When, Martin? When? I'm just looking at color. The color? What do you mean the color? Okay. Just make sure you keep moving those stop losses up, please. Thank you. Right? Keep moving those stop losses up, please, and thank you. Uh, oh, that was in pre-market, yeah. 132, Thomas. Pre-market high. A can has a lower float though, so if that thing really wanted to cook, right? So YCBD is the main play, but a can has a lower float. Like if we had actual news, this stock would be better because people would gravitate towards the lower float one. Yeah. But since it's more of a hype, since it's more of a hype thing and like a Monday thing, then this is the better looking one. Manually, Jose. I'd rather move them manually because sometimes I just want to go. I want to go below moving average, below the like higher lows. I want to go below that level. So I'd rather move it manually. True, true, true. Do I think it's making a double bottom? What are you in? Are you in, Harmon? True, 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 true. Yep. What's your entry on beat? I can see what you're looking at. So 210, right? So as long as you stay above that level, is it even 210? Like it's a little bit, so yeah, 210, 215. That little 5 cent range, Harmon. So that's kind of where your double bottom is at. Virus. Uh, Not the S class, you have to push it with the gas, you know? Yeah. What? Wait, take profit. Uh-huh. Sure, 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 sure. So, um, interesting. There's some random headline that says, yeah. Again, just be careful, guys. Don't just randomly hold this into Monday thinking that Trump is going to sign that for sure, right? This is not the first time we've heard stuff about, oh, they're going to reclassify it, right? So just make sure you have a plan, have a stop loss, please. This is not the first time Trump has said we're going to reclassify. And then all of a sudden we're like, okay, where is it? 6 months later, oh, we're going to reclassify. So just make sure you have a stop loss, have a plan for your position, especially going into the weekend. Yeah. And then if they can do it, then we can. Yep, exactly. Virus, exactly, exactly. Yeah, Bill. Yeah. Yeah, there goes the dip. 150. Yeah, because people are going to take gains as we push up, right? So hopefully, yeah, because yeah, they both dropped at the same time. AKAN and it still looks good, right? Like we're clearly still above $1.30, or at least retesting it, so that's fine. But so just make sure you're moving those stops up. You're back in OCG. OCG dropped. Yeah, so it looks like we tested the 50 and then back up. OCG is very random sometimes the way that it moves. Very random sometimes. Still looks okay though. 5 more minutes, guys, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord. Yeah, DP probably into the close then. Right? Into the close, as maybe some people want to take positions going into the weekend for YCBD for Monday. Some people are gonna sell, some people are gonna buy into the close. Raven. Hold on for dear life. Raven. Come on. Like it's your last edible. Anyways, but yeah, 5 more minutes and we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord. So let me know if you have any last questions, guys. Again, don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Smash a like. But no connection. No, 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 no. No. To which? Do it. Still error. Okay. Let me try and fix that manually then. Mm, oh yeah, Sydney. Okay, there you go. Yeah, just follow the steps in the getting started channel, Sydney. Watch the onboarding video, and then Willow. Let's try and fix it. Okay. Have a nice weekend as well, Hen. The flowers. Okay, sounds good, Bill. Have a wonderful weekend. Good luck this afternoon as well. 8 hours yesterday? No, I think it was like I don't know how long I streamed for yesterday. It wasn't eight though. Yeah, it wasn't eight. No, I have one-on-ones to do today, and then we have a group class, right? So we have a group class at 6:30 Eastern. Alrighty, I'll post that in Discord once I get off. So see you in Discord, KB. So we have a class. We have a class this Friday and then next Friday. So again, this Friday it's for Legend Pros and above, and then next Friday it's for everybody in Discord. So Q&A next Friday. And then yeah. Alrighty. Will it be recorded? Yeah. This Friday, yes. Next Friday, no. See you in Discord, Tim. Yeah, so again, if you want to join us in Discord, guys, click this link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and sign up for one of the levels that don't say sold out, and then we can go to Discord together. Yeah, no, YCBD is just retesting that 130 breakout, so let's hope it stays above that. AKAN is the most scammy one, you can tell already, right? If you didn't know, well, right? Like this one will pump nicely, but it will also scam you nicely, right? So this is not the more consistent one. YCBD has been of the cannabis names, this one's been the better one, right? So just be careful. Be careful. I'd rather you scalp this thing, continuously than lose monies on it. Steph, have a good weekend. Frank, thank you. Raven, have a great day as well. Monday will be I'll be in the house. Okay, excited for a rose shower and a toilet. Let's go, Raven. Yeah, but it's been a fun trip though, right? So that's good. Have a wonderful weekend, Raven. See you on Monday then. See you on Monday. Okay, what time is it? Yeah, let me know if you have any last questions, guys, and then we shall hop off and continue in Discord. ECD is still just chilling in that range. Wow, holding up well though. Just not doing much. Have a good weekend as well, Tiffany. See you in Discord. See you in Discord. User, you're not a member. You have to be a member on YouTube to get to Discord. Alrighty. You have to be a member. So your name is gray in the chat. You're not a member. So you have to click the link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbots. Become a member on YouTube. Once you do, then you can follow the steps in Discord. Ready? So make sure you sign up for the Legend or the Legend Pro level. Once you do, then the messages will load after you connect. There goes OCG with a nice little bounce there. KB, are you still in this one? You ran out? You ran out of it. Let's go, RJ. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to Legends Pro, RJ. See you in the class in a few hours. See you in the class. Alrighty, y'all. Yeah. So even if you do become a member, you have the link already, anyways, right? So just become a member. If you're not a member and you do become a member, you can always send me an email over the weekend, or just follow the steps in the or the link is going to be in the community section on YouTube. So, but you do have to become a member first to see the link, though. Yeah, give us the curlies. Yeah, no, this looks good. Like this looks good. You again, like obviously this is not done because like we're not there yet. Like it's not Monday yet, right? The only thing that's gonna end this before Monday is if they cancel the the EQ, or whatever you call it, right? So or EO, right? So yeah. Other than that, though, this thing is going to continue to be a scalp, right? It's doing a good job of holding that 130, that resistance we had earlier today. Like it's doing a good job with it. We need that thing to just clear $50 on us. They clear $50 and then start pushing towards yeah. Alec, you have the link already. I saw you click the link and you went to Discord. You just haven't followed the steps in the Getting Started channel. Alec, don't make me find you. I'm gonna send ice to you over the weekend. You clicked the link already. You just haven't followed the instructions. Unbelievable. Um, let's see. This one's popping a little bit. Yeah, Missy, you haven't followed the steps though. I saw that you clicked the link. You haven't followed the steps. You guys are terrible at instructions. No, the Legend and the Legend Pro, those are the only two that are available. You guys are terrible at instructions. Terrible, you know? You guys hear me all day on stream say like, oh, click the link, go to the Getting Started channel, follow the steps. There are literally two pictures in there. It says click on this, click on this. You're gonna have access. No, you don't do that, right? And then after that there's a video at the bottom. The first thing you see is a video that says onboarding, that walks you through how to connect and all the channels. There's literally a video there. You guys don't do it. Don't make me find you, because I will find you and send you to ice. Like we've tried it, we've tried and made it so easy, right? Like there's literally a picture with an arrow on it saying if you're on your phone, click on this. If you're on the computer, click on this instead, right? And then we've made a video after that, like, okay, you know what, the picture isn't good enough, right? Watch the video, right? And you still don't do it. And then you're like, but I bought the membership yesterday, it's still not working. It's like, okay. You bought the membership? Yes. After the membership, what happens? Ruin? Tony. Yeah, have a good weekend, Nancy. See you in Discord. Don't get scammed in Discord, guys. I will not be sending you DMs in Discord or sending you friend requests. So if someone sends you a message and they're spamming you, sending you paragraphs on paragraphs, it's probably a scammer. The last thing I do in Discord is send you a paragraph. I hate typing a lot. So yeah, too much YCBD. I know. That's okay, Alec. That's okay. Yeah, so Missy, again, follow the instructions in the Getting Started channel already. There's a video at the bottom, onboarding video. Watch that video. It's gonna walk you through everything. Ready? Please, please. And if you have any issues, you can always just DM me in Discord. Yeah, yeah. So don't be sending people random. Like if you get a DM, like especially if you get a DM from me, like I initiate the DM, you already know that's a problem. You already know that's a problem. You can send me a DM, that's fine. if you get a friend request, you know that's a big problem, big red flag, because I'm not gonna do that for Christmas. That's fine. You can come, Owen. You can come. Right? Just don't click on any links or send anybody any crypto or anything like that. You're definitely getting scammed. Definitely getting scammed. Let's go, Raven. YCBD, more monies, Raven. Thank you very much. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hashtag trend it. Yeah. Hashtag trend it. No, 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 no. Okay. Yeah, no, YCBD looks amazing, right? We need to break out and then go boom skis again. So Raven can, get to $2 for Raven. Here comes 140. Do I think it's going to come back up? Oof. Probably not. I mean, it did bounce a bit off, like it did bounce a little bit. In terms of like back to green, probably not, unless something happens, right? Like, why are you asking though? Again, that's why I think it's always good to like clarify your question. Like, why are you asking the question you're asking? Because then that question is actually the question you should be asking instead of just saying, "Hey, is he going to come back?" Because that doesn't help you and I. Alrighty. So if it can get back above, like, I mean, that's quite a ways away though. Alrighty. I think the turning point for SPY is going to be 684. That's going to be the turning point. So if that's your question, I told him to thrust himself. Let's go. Yeah, good. Same. Someone texted you. Yeah, the scammers are all over the place. Honestly, like if you look at your phone these days, like you're like, how are these people getting your number? Email, same thing. Discord, same thing. Like everywhere is just scammers, scammers, scammers. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? Yeah. No. So again, if you watch the onboarding video, though, the ways to tell that that's not me, right? The things that that are on my name that a scammer can get, right? So, there's so many things. There's so many differences. It looks like the same name, but it's not the same. So if you watch the onboarding video, it's gonna tell you. Because I spend like 20 minutes explaining, like, okay, if someone sends you a message, like, just look at the name. It has this. It doesn't have this. It's a scammer. This is my username, right? Like stuff like that. I already explained. So don't get scammed, please, because that's gonna be silly. If you get scammed in 2025 or 2026, if you get scammed in 2026, I will slap you, slap the rubbish out of you. Yeah, Flaming, by losing monies, by losing monies and and uh, and deciding that there was no choice but to learn, you know. So here comes that thrust level. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boom skis YCBD. Is YCBD done yet, guys? Is it done? Right? Someone asked that question earlier, right? Is YCBD done? I don't know. It's not done. It is not done. Right? So again, we keep saying how this is the best one, right? YCBD is the best one because look at AKAN. AKAN is like it's a low float. It just doesn't have the same amount of love, right? And love goes a long way. Love goes a long, long way when it comes to these stocks. A long way. People love YCBD. Can not yet, not so much. Maybe later on, but yeah, Star, you should be very happy, right? It's done really good for you. They need to update the scam seriously on Amazon account. Scammers on your Amazon account. Like, see, like these scammers are all over the place, all over the place. So make sure you're very careful, please. You shouldn't be clicking on any links, anyways, or sending like when you send people crypto. When you send people crypto, I'm very shocked when a scammer messages you and you buy crypto and you send them crypto. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know? Yeah. And then I want to see YCBD just get above $1.50 and stay above $1.50. Break and stay above. Hey yo, invest in crypto. They're not even saying invest in crypto, Martin. They're saying buy the crypto and then send it to me. What the hell? Don't do that, please. Yeah, some people are hungry. OCG current perfect dip. Yeah, that's a nice double bottom there. Thoughts? Stay above 160, 164, 165, and then hopefully a pushback above 180. Ready? So not bad at all. You just need a YCBD to not steal too much of the volume away from OCG. Yeah. So yeah, please don't get scammed. Alrighty, please. And about your car warranty and told them my car got stolen. Yeah, tell them to buy you a car first. Send you a down payment and then you buy the warranty. Scammers wanted to join. Any last questions, guys, before we hop off? Any last questions? How can I find true love? If you go on if you go on I don't know, go on one of those websites and swipe. Is it left or right? Right, right. Like right is the right way. Someone will eventually respond. Yeah, and then you find true love. You send me a DM, Jamison. Okay, sounds good. I'll take a look when I get off. Alrighty. Actually, I have to hop on a one-on-one really quickly too. So then I'll take a look. Today seems like a chaotic day for me. I have a whole bunch of one-on-ones and then the group class, and then I have a meeting with one of those what are those trading platforms. Um, Anyways, we'll talk about it later. Again, Miss Rakes, watch the onboarding video, please. Alrighty, you have to be a Legend Pro member. If you're not, then you won't be able to join the class. Alrighty, so watch the onboarding video. It's in the Getting Started channel, right? Watch that video and follow the instructions in that video. Everything you need to know is in the Getting Started channel. Yeah, yeah. Today is a bit of a chaotic day. Tony. Can lead to using cannabis sometimes. I mean, most of you already use cannabis, in a way. You can always upgrade though. So if you're trying to upgrade your membership, this is how you do it, right? And it's not gonna charge you, or it's gonna charge you the difference. So if you're trying to upgrade your membership, you can take a screenshot of this, alrighty, and then follow the steps later, right? So this is how you do it. Simple, right? So you could take a screenshot of that and then follow the instructions later. And if it doesn't work on your phone, try the computer. If it doesn't work on the computer, try your phone, right? Sometimes it doesn't work on something. Let's go all in. Cannabis for the whole family. I like it. This thing is getting ready to stab us in the back. No, it still looks okay, right? We're basically just pushing and then retesting. This is why though it's important. Like it's up 40% from that $1 dip, right? So you could always just set a stop loss, so you're okay, right? Yeah. Alrighty. Cool. Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna leave it here for the day. Be safe. Don't do anything virus wouldn't do. Have a wonderful afternoon. Again, we have a group class at 6:30 Eastern, right? So every time zone I ever give you is Eastern, nothing else, right? Not Mountain Time, not virus time, not India time, Eastern time. So yeah, YCBD looks amazing, right? I don't really see any red flags here yet, right? So there's no stabbing in the back yet, but just keep moving those stop losses higher, right? And then we'll make the decision at the end of the day if you want to hold, over the weekend, but keep moving those stop losses up. Cool. Again, for now, this looks really, really good. Hopefully, it keeps going. Please and thank you. Um, yeah, cool. So again, we're gonna be in the Legend Pro voice at 6:30, which is yeah. So Legend Pro voice at 6:30 Eastern. Alrighty, cool. So see you there. OCG. OCG is looking a bit suspicious there. I think you have a bit of support at 165, so it needs to stay above that level. No, no extendo. So if you look right here, right, like right there, there's a bit of support right there, double bottom ish breakout, right? So if it can stay above that level, cool. If not, you're looking for $1.50. CGC has been a slow criminal this today, right? Like it's not really moving like as you would like. It's super slow, so it's not even worth your time almost. But at least it's slowly creeping up and it's up 40%, right? But look at YCBD. YCBD is up 130%. So this has definitely been the one today, and it's still the one, right? You're welcome. Well, maybe not have a good one. uh, so yeah, let's see if we can break above $1.50 here for YCBD. Mars time, yeah, virus. Cool. Again, much love, everybody. Be safe. Don't do anything crazy. And we'll see you guys in Discord. See you guys in Discord. Smash a like before you go if you haven't already. Let's get to 200 likes. Smash a like. Alrighty. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care, Tony. Bye, guys. Bye, Ross. Bye, Raven. Bye, guys. And 115. I didn't get back. Oh, that's annoying, Jason. Tell him he needs to he owes you some monies. Did he? Later. Bye. Mm-mm.